Okay, this is lesson 3.1, parallel lines and transversals. So you have 3 vocab words. Somebody who's already written transversal, tell me what the vocabulary definition for transversal is. Lexi. Perfect. The line that intersects 2 or more lines. What are interior angles? Anybody write that one yet?
What was it?
Interior angles. Go ahead.
Angles inside a polygon.
Is that what the definition says? Sure does.
Wait.
So interior angles, you can see, are on the inside of the polygon. You see how these lines all cross, and then your interior angle are the ones on the inside. Okay, and what's an exterior angle? Go ahead, Logan.
When 2 lines are parallel are cut by transversal lines.
Nope, an exterior angle are formed on the outside of the. You got to finish that definition. So in this case, you see how you have these 2 parallel lines? Everybody say yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Cutting by the transversal here, the exterior angles are. So look at the 2 parallel lines like a train track. The exterior lines are on the outside of the train track. So 1 and 2 would be exterior angles, and 7 and 8 would be exterior angles. Does that make sense to you guys? You're all looking down, so I'm not convinced you're listening. If I had a pop quiz right now and asked what numbers were exterior angles, could you answer me? No, because you weren't looking up when I told you to look up. All right, see the 2 parallel lines in the middle?
Yes.
Those are, think of those as train tracks. Got that. Exterior angles are on the outside of the train track. So outside would be 1 and 2 or 7 and 8. Exterior angles are outside the train tracks. Okay? So they're outside of the parallel lines. It's important you remember that. Because it's going to ask you in your homework, list the exterior angles, and you're going to need to be able to tell me which ones they are.
Are they always those numbers, or like?
Not necessarily. Usually they are, but it's not a definite requirement.
So the exterior angles are the ones that are outside of the train tracks.
Exterior angles.
Yeah, it is.
No, you said interior. All right. A transversal does what?
A transversal?
Yeah, it cuts the parallel lines. Good job. So it goes across the parallel lines. All right, we did some of this in your exploration. Look at the corresponding angles. Remember when I said what angle measures equal each other in the exploration and you were guessing? And then I showed you on the board how if they're in the same position on the transversal, then they would be the same measure. Those are called corresponding angles. Okay, so corresponding angles are always congruent, meaning they have the same measurement. So see the single blue line, that means that angle is that one. The double blue line means that angle equals that angle. The green triple line means that angle equals that one, and the 4 red lines means that angle equals that angle. Any questions? All right, so that's corresponding angles, transversals, exterior angles, interior angles. Do you all have a basic understanding of that now?
Yes.
Excellent. Let's go to the next thing. Gotta move my face. All right, example 1. So we're writing this in your journals. Hold on, the recording didn't follow me. Come back. There we go. Question.
But like, when you showed us Wednesday, I think.
Yep.
You had like 2 ways.
Oh yeah.
I also showed you the vertical angles. Yes. Yeah. We'll go through that as we keep going. All right, so we're going to use this figure to find the measures of angle 1 and the measures of angle 2. So first of all, what can we conclude about the measure of angle 1? Why is it 110? Because this one's 110, making that what kind of angle? Correct, but what's the name of it? Because, of course, it's congruent, meaning the measures are the same, but the name of the angle would be, Melly?
Exterior.
So you're right, it is an interior angle, but the word I'm looking for is corresponding. It's a corresponding angle. So the way you write it, make sure you pay attention to that, is that's not how you write it. They made you write this whole thing. Measure of angle 1 is 110. Gross. There's a fast way to write it. Hold on. It's M. Like, don't write that whole sentence. Just say M, which means measure, of angle 1 equals 110 degrees. That's all I want to see. Don't write, the measure of angle 1 is 110. Way too long. Measure of angle 1 is 110 degrees. Everybody got that?
Yes.
Okay. Measure of angle 1. M is less than, or it has the less than sign, means angle 1. But you notice on the sign how the angle is sitting on the floor?
Yes.
That's so you know the difference between angle or the less than sign. It looks like it's sitting on the floor, raising its hand. That means angle. All right, so let's look at B. What do we know about angles 1 and 2? Are they on a straight line?
Yeah, they're both like this.
So the angles 1 and 2 add up to a straight line, right? Which means they are supplementary. That's a vocab word from last year. If you don't remember what it means, write it down. Supplementary means it's how many degrees? Straight line is how many degrees? 180. So supplementary is 180. So if you don't remember that, write in your book, supplementary angle equals 180 degrees. How many degrees is a right angle? 90. All right, so if we know the measure of angle 1 is 110, can we figure out math to find the measure of angle 2?
Yes.
Yeah, we do what?
180 minus 110.
Perfect. So because of that, we know that they add up to 110. So 180 minus 110 is going to give you what? 70. So the measure of angle 2 equals 70. Again, don't write the sentence. Do M angle 2 equals 70 degrees. Be way easier. So on all of this, you can look for the straight lines to see that the angles on the straight line add up to 180. Sometimes there might be 3 angles on a straight line. If you have 2 of the measurements for you and you're just trying to find the third one, could you solve for it? Yes, because you could add up the 2 you know and subtract it from 180, and that'll tell you the third one. Yeah, I bet you have some of those in your homework. All right, any questions on this?
No.
Yes.
Wait, how do you get 180?
So a straight line equals 180 degrees. I think I did it just randomly at the end of class the other day. So when I have a line like this, a straight line, this measurement is 180 degrees.
Oh, yeah, you did that.
Yeah. Now, if I cut that at any angle, and we say that this little angle is like 84, the whole thing's 180, and this we don't know, I could say 180 minus 84 equals whatever the math would be. Good question. Any other questions?
I understand.
Good. All right, so go do your try-its. Try-its 1 and 2. Example 2, write this in your journal. I would draw the picture. You need to be drawing the pictures for the examples. Julie's like, I am not doing this today. Just put your paper over and draw it. It will take you just a minute.
I want
All right, so we need to find the measure of all the labeled angles. Okay, 4 of them should equal the same thing, and then the other 4 should equal the same thing. So first of all, looking at the angle we do know, are there any angles that right away we know what they measure up to be?
Oh, the 180, is 2 straight angles.
Yep, we could go with the math first. I was going with the automatic answers first. Are there any corresponding angles to this 75? 6 is corresponding, so the measure of angle 6 would be 75. Just on your paper, do measure of angle 1, measure of angle 2, measure of angle 3. Like, do a little list, and we'll fill them in as we go.
Oh,
Nope. This is technically, this is not a measure. So what is 6? The measure of angle 6 would be 75. So put M angle 6 equals 75. Are there any other angles that would equal 75 because of something Miss C's taught you on Monday?
Oh, 2.
1. Why 1?
Oh, because they're across?
Because they make the X. They're a vertical angle. Very good. Very good. So 1 would be also 75 because it's a vertical angle. Now that you're looking at 1 and we know it's 75, Logan, are there any corresponding angles to number 1? 4. 4. 4, remember, you're looking at the parallel line. 4 is in the same spot as 1, so 4 would also be 75. We're finding all the different measures of all the angles. You're doing every single one of them.
So they're all 75?
No, 4 of them are 75. Now we got to figure out what the other one is, which Logan started with saying that we need to figure out 180. Or maybe that was somebody else. It was Logan. Shh. Okay, if y'all would all stop talking over the top of each other, you would do this better. So we have 3 angles already figured out, right? Number 6, number 1, and number 4. All equal how much? 75. So now let's look at number 2. If this is 75, this is a straight line, yes? So 180 minus 75 would give you the measure of angle 2, correct?
Yes.
So what would the measure of angle 2? 105. You got to wait for I to finish speaking before you speak so we can hear you. So the measure of angle 2 would be 105. Now what's corresponding to 2? 5. So the measure of angle 5 is 5. Okay? 7. Why would 7 be the same measure? Because it makes the X. It's the vertical angle. And can we tell what 3 is? It's 105 because it's a vertical angle to 2. Question, Lexi.
Wait, sorry. Can you repeat? You said M angle 5 equals also 75?
No,
This was 1.5, right?
105. Because it's corresponding. See here, look how they drew these green arrows. See the 75? This angle is also corresponding to angle 6. Okay, that's what they're trying to show you. So those are corresponding. 3 and 7 are corresponding. So 3 and 7 will be the same. I just want to list angles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and tell me each of the measures.
And that would be your answer.
That's your answer.
wait.
So number 1, 4, and 6, it should be 75. And then for 2, 3, 5, and 7, it should be 105.
Wait, what was 75 is 1, 6, 4, 75.
Correct.
And then 2, 3, 5, and 7 is 100.
Correct.
So on 3, do we have the right start? Or
You mean on the thing I haven't told you to start doing yet? Hold up. No, I just want the answers. No, you don't have to draw this unless it helps you. Then draw it. All right, go do your... Some of them you can't. You just show me the answer. These are, there's not really work to show on this except for the 180 minus whatever the angle is. That's the only work you would show. Otherwise, you're just listing the answers. Right, so just write down the answers. It doesn't take that long. More of the writing down the answer is so that way you get the angles correct. Like you know that 1 and 3 should be the same answer, and you know that 2, 4, and 6 should be the same answer. So it's a way to check yourself. Okay, so let's talk about interior and exterior angles. Review here for a second. Somebody tell me what was an interior angle?
The interior angle is the ones that are inside
Of the
of the
parallel lines. Very good. So exterior angles would be on the
outside.
outside of the parallel lines. So they've labeled it real pretty here for you. 1, 2, 7, and 8 are exterior angles. 3, 4, 5, and 6 are considered interior angles. Any questions on that? Good. All right. So now we're getting into, it gets a little confusing, so you have to really pay attention. So everybody look at me so I know you're paying attention for a second. Alternate interior angles. Okay, alternate means they're on the opposite side of the transversal. So the diagonal line that cuts your train tracks is your transversal. I have an angle on one side and the alternate inside. So alternate interior means they're on the interior of the parallel lines, and then they're on either side of the transversal. Question?
So it's like opposite.
Right.
So it's going to be opposite for every opposite.
Right. So see how this one's on one side of the transversal and this one's on the other? These two red lines, those means those are congruent. What does congruent mean?
The opposite.
Nope.
The same.
That's closer. Congruent is a fancy word for it equals. So congruent lines mean they equal each other. So alternate interior angles have the same measure. So if this was 120, this red line over here would be 120. Okay? Same with alternate exterior means they're on either side of that transversal again, but they're on the outside of your parallel lines. So see how we're outside the parallel lines now? But we're on, if you look at the diagonal, we're on one side here and the other side here. It makes sense because if you look at these, they make those vertical angles that we were talking about. They make the X's. Okay? So they're just showing you different ways we're labeling these so you know they equal each other in measure. All right, so let's look at example 3. This is an example of how you use this in the real world, engineer. Because engineers make our roads and our bridges. So this photo shows a portion of an airport. Describe the relationship between each pair of angles. So when I ask you to describe a relationship, I'm looking for words. Their corresponding angles, their vertical angles, they're congruent, those kinds of things. So let's find angle 3, way over here on the left, and angle 6, way on the right. First of all, are these interior angles or exterior angles? Why are they exterior? Because they're on the outside of the parallel lines. Very good. Now, are they on the same side of the transversal? So they're alternate. So you're going to call angle 3 and 6 alternate exterior angles. You don't have to write the rest of that. Alternate, write that down. This is example 4A, question mark?
Example 3. No, example
3A, thank you. Alternate exterior angles. 3 and 6 are alternate exterior angles. You see the pretty green arrows that we put on there? Helps you show you the angles we're looking at. Any questions? All right. So now let's look at 2 and 7. Oh, they're also congruent because they're alternate exterior. Yeah, just put the word congruent. I just want to know all the things. So just put alternate exterior angles, congruent.
Wait, congruent is like the X thing, right?
Congruent just means they have the same measure. So they both equal 120 or whatever the measurement is. Think of the word congruent as equal. All right, so let's look at 2 and 7. Find 2 and 7 right here. First of all, are they interior or exterior? Interior, because they're on the inside of the parallel lines. Are they on the same side of the transversal? No, they're alternate. So we have alternate interior angles. What do we know about alternate interior angles? They're congruent. Very good. All right, everybody got that written in your journal? We're going to have to do all the examples now because we took too long on the try-its. Meaning I'm going to keep going and you'll have to go back and do the other stuff for homework. Does everybody have this written down? Excellent. All right. You have to come back to do the try-it and self-assess. Let's do example 4. So in your journals, here's another engineering reason that we use this math. Let's go through it first. So you can see they've labeled your parallel lines. See these 2 little double arrows right here? That's showing you that these 2 lines are parallel. When you see that symbol, a little triangle on the lines that are straight next to another one, that's telling you that those 2 lines are parallel lines. You'll also see the single triangle right here. See these 2? So that means these 2 lines are parallel and the ones standing straight up are parallel. So we have 2 sets of parallel lines here, which also means we have a couple transversals. So you got to pick apart each section. But let's go through it. So it says the stairs have a 45-degree incline. Is this recording? I think it is. There we go. Have a 45-degree incline. At what angles do you need to attach a rail to 2 parallel posts so that the rail is parallel to the incline of the steps? All right. This is actual math. So, long story short, we need to find the measures of angle 4, 5, 6, and 7 so that the rail is parallel to the incline of the steps, meaning it's going to go along the same as you go up the stairs. You have a handrail going at the same angle. So, looking at what we have, we know that this angle right here is 45. Can you immediately tell me what angle 1 is?
45.
Why?
Because it's cross from it.
No, that's not why, but I mean, it is 45 degrees. What does this red square mean?
Angle.
It means a specific angle.
90 degrees.
It's a 90-degree angle. So if we know that this one's 45, number 1 has to be 90 minus 45, which is 45. So the measure of angle 1 is 45. Now, looking at the measure of angle 1, does that correspond to any other angles that you're looking at? Yes, which ones? 5, very good. Because 5 is up here on the other transversal. Here's your parallel lines. 5 and 1 would be the same. So how many degrees is 5? 45. Write that down because it's one of the ones you need.
Wait, how do we write it?
Just M angle 5 equals 45 degrees. All right. Does 5 correspond to anything else, or is it alternate exterior, interior, or something of each other? It does not equal 4.
How about
I think isn't it?
2. 2. One of them is exterior. Oh. That's not on the parallel. Nope, that it would be, but that's not on the transversal.
So no 2.
So not 2. I mean, 2 may end up being 45, but that you can't say that because of 5. 6. There it is. So this is your parallel line. This would be alternate interior, right? See, they're on the inside of the train tracks, but they're alternate the transversal, which means they are congruent. So the measure of angle 6 is 45. All right, so now we need to find 4 and 7. This is a supplementary angle, correct?
Yes.
Which means it adds up to
180.
180. So I'm going to do 180 minus what?
45.
45 to get the new measure. What's 180 minus 45?
135.
135. So the measure M angle 4 equals 135. Write that down. This is to go over it again.
Wait, M34?
Nope.
What?
I heard something like that.
N angle 4 equals.
It's because everybody keeps talking on top of me. If y'all don't talk, you would hear it. Since this is a straight line, it's 180 degrees. We subtracted 180 minus the 45, because we knew that one, to get the measure of angle 4. So M angle 4 equals, what did we get? 135 degrees. Don't forget the little degree sign. Now, since we know 4, can we figure out 7?
Yes.
Why?
They're congruent.
They are alternate interior angles, which means they are congruent. See how this is the transversal of these two parallel lines? And it's on the inside of the train tracks, but they're alternate of the transversal, means they are congruent. So the measure M angle 7 is also 135. This goes through everything I taught you. Do you want to read it?
No.
So 2 and 3 are just not in the thing below.
Yeah, we didn't have to find the measure of 2 and 3. We could. For funsies. Well, it's easy. If 1 is 45, which we already figured out, what would 2 be? 45, alternate interior. So that means 3 would be the 135. All right. I believe that's all your examples. All right, so you have about 5 minutes to finish working on your self-assessments. I'm aware you won't finish it in class. It's kind of due tomorrow, for sure due by Monday. Remember that. Question?
So we have to go back and do all the tries.
Correct. I had to get through all the examples so that way you would have an example of how to do everything.
We have a separate piece of paper for the assessment.
No, all on the try it and self-assess on the same paper.
It's like music.